Traders, welcome back to another price action trading lesson where we're going to use price action rules to help us navigate the market and identify high probability setups. We're looking at S&P 500 mini futures. What I can see is that we had overnight uptrend working higher with the great visual two-legged pullback technical double trap into new high following the trendline rule, followed by bearish reversal, break new low, and downtrend played out as well. And now I can see that the price action is trading back above the EMA. So this is important information for me because I first have to identify a channel, and second, I'm expecting bullish reversal. Why? Because this is basically a trend range structure, okay? There is no big trending structure in either direction. So I'm just expecting trends to be short lasting and pivot quickly. This is why I'm so quick to expect reversal now. I have a mini new high. I'm going to use the counting technique. And if I'm going to get mini second entry long at the trend line and the EMA, that would be great. How about this setup? Can I get it? Well, technically I can, but the signal bar is a terrible bearish bar. We have to go long above bullish bar. So this is a decent second entry long, but the bar is so bad I cannot really take it. And market keeps pushing higher and we have overshoot of our initial channel. You can see how nicely the candles fit. So because I have overshoot, this is overbought area. I don't need any other indicator. I can just come to this conclusion by observing the price action in its purest form. I expect stronger break in the opposite direction. Okay, if you have a break push to new, okay, downtrend played out. But this was the bigger pattern, so I'm still expecting new high to be tested. But I want to see push above EMA, and I want to see high-low confirmation setup above the EMA. We're back below. You have high-low here. Can you take it? You cannot. It's below EMA. It's signaling that the buyers are not strong, because if there would be strong presence of buyers in the market, EMA would hold and prices wouldn't break below EMA. So once you see break below EMA, something is off and you have to remain patient. This is why the supportive indicator 21 bar EMA is so helpful. So I'm just being patient now, nothing to take, just have to wait. Market ended up reversing to the downside. Okay, now I tried to explain what is happening now. If I'm going to zoom back like this, it's pretty obvious what is happening. Okay, overshoot reversed the market, but what gets my attention is the fact that I have one leg down, break, second leg down, something like this. Especially on a higher time frame, it's a visual two-legged pullback down. And because I can see such a massive spike above EMA, this is good information for me that I'm not supposed to be looking for a wider channel like this, because this is the second leg for this first leg right here, and this push above EMA is signaling, okay, we are in a trend range, buyer stepped in, two legs down indicating depletion, and I'm going to draw channel wider. And what I can do in hindsight, just adjust it something like this. There was a tight channel with the break, new low. Are you worried about new high? Not anymore. This can happen after overshoot. There can be reversal. Nothing unusual. This is why you want to see price action staying above EMA. You can see the whole time prices are below EMA. So this is a sign there's going to be reversal. If prices are above EMA, that's a sign they're going to test new high. So right now we have measured move reached. This is called a measured move. And I'm expecting reversal pattern, felt second entry short above EMA. Well, I haven't felt second entry short here. It was almost a good trade to consider, but this bar right here is not full at the EMA. Then you have secondary bar, also not full at the EMA. You're buying quite far up. If this bar right here corrected a little bit deeper to the EMA, we can consider. But when you're watching this live, you don't really know if there's going to be that additional pullback down, failure or no. So unfortunately, we can't really take it, but if you are expecting felt second entry short, reverse a pattern, you're reading this correctly. Market is trending higher. And notice we have another overshoot. I'm going to use the market geometry. I'm going to identify a channel. You can see there's always a channel present on a chart for every single price movement. This is what we do as price action traders, just using pure price action, and we can decipher what the market participants are doing. And you have overshoot. So right now I can expect stronger break in the opposite direction. I have a second entry long here. Now this was tempting because this uptrend was very, very steep. The problem is we just did overshoot and we have to skip the first second entry long. I mean, this was very tempting. I didn't take it and I'm not going to mark it because we simply skip second entries after overshoot. They will fail most of the times. It worked today, but that doesn't mean next time you're going to take it, you're not going to get trapped simply because you had overshoot. So I'm not going to mark it. It ended up working. And notice market ended up correcting. This is typical what you expect after overshoot. I'm gonna redraw one leg, copy it. Now you don't have to redraw it if you're a seasoned trader, but if you're a novice trader, you really need to see this two-legged pullback. So now you have two-legged pullback down, very broad one, and this is important. The broader it is, the more it's negating any wider bearish reversal. So you are expecting new high following the trendline rule. And just like we talked about here, what are you expecting? Number one, push above EMA. Number two, set up above EMA, high-low confirmation trade, for example. And now we have high-low confirmation trade. When I was watching this live, I actually had much better bar. I took this trade, I had tier 1 signal bar. After I reloaded my data, I had a bar like this. It's still okay trade to consider because the bar is very small compared to the ATR today, which means the risk you're taking is small. I'm gonna mark it because context is so clear. You have broad two-legged pullback, clean up Chinese new high. I wouldn't be too worried about this resistance because at this point you can see you broke it here and you broke it here. It looks like it moved a little bit, but this is really the strong clean leg working higher, very broad two-legged pullback down. I like this high low. Now with this bar, I have to admit, it wouldn't be so easy to take it. I would probably use very deep limit order. Unfortunately, if you have this bar, it's not as easy. Fortunately for me, before I reload the data, I had very nice bars. So sometimes it goes like this, but context is good, so it's still worth taking a risk here. And a great trade. I ended up having decent runner, like 7-8 points. Now market created break, push to new high. So I'm gonna pause, looking to go long now. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen. We can have new market cycle. Once again, connecting these swings, locating the channel. You have a new high, no break above, only first entry long failure, and already new low, so not even reversal pattern. And I already have new low tested. So downtrend already played out interesting. So it doesn't look like there's a reverse at this point. Let's see what's gonna happen. I'm not thinking about selling now, lower high, first entry short, because downtrend played out. Okay, support is holding very strongly. Interesting. You can see market turning to breakout pullback. Bearish reversal is not happening. It's going way too sideways. And you have another bounce of this key level. This is not that easy trade to take because it's very advanced. You're basically taking only this multiple test. More seasoned trader can consider this trade because you can see downtrend, broad break, push to new low, and structure is very broad. Push above EMA and the key level is still holding. I would prefer to wait for some high-low confirmation trade. You actually get a mini-second entry long high-low here, but the signal bar is terrible. If you have a nice bullish bar above EMA here, you can go long. But this is a terrible signal bar, maybe double bar entry, but the bar is bad. But you can tell market is telling you everything. The fact that there is no reversal, you can't even push below the key level, and the key level is holding 4 times, is a good sign that after you push above EMA, there's going to be new bullish bias. So market is telling you everything. Of course, if you're a novice trader, it's a little bit harder to decipher everything, but once you get the experience, this will become second nature, and you'll be able to read these clues with ease. Now, that doesn't mean that there are no conflicting structures. Of course there are, but what I'm saying, it gets easier. Now, because we had significant push face up, I'm looking for some bigger spike in a channel pattern because I'm trying to explain why price action keeps pushing higher even after new high for the first channel. So I drew something like this. It's not a bad fitting channel, a little bit too wide, a little bit too weak. Corrections are still quite strong. So I want to let this correction play out and get something above EMA, some hollow or for a second entry short. You don't get no setup to take, unfortunately. You have a downtrend break new low, which is what you want to see. But by the time you get push above EMA, there's massive spike in volatility, massive influx of momentum. And I can't really go long here, unfortunately. It's a shame because you are expecting some failed second entry short above EMA, something like this. But just never happened. And you have overshoot again. So you can see overshoot, so we can have stronger break in the opposite direction. You can see it's acting exactly like overshoot. So I want to see break new low first. Okay, I have break, push to new low, perfect. Now that I have new low, I want to see push above EMA, resumption, and I want to see failed second entry short. Why not high low here? Well, remember, high lows are used when the pullbacks are smaller, okay? because high low is a little bit weaker setup than a failed second entry short failure. So this was after overshoot, which naturally means pullback after overshoot is going to have stronger bearish pressure. So for this reason, high low is not enough. It's a little bit too strong of a pullback. I want failed second entry short. And we have it right here. New low here. You're going to reset the count. You're going to look for breaks below bars lows. No break, no break, no break. First entry short. Okay. Actually, excuse me, this is still part of the first entry short because there is no pullback, no break here. So this is still technically high low, but this still was an inside bar, so I can't really take it. It's a shame. It was an inside bar, but nothing we can do. Okay. The market corrected a little bit lower. I was really expecting price action to test new high. So now I'm just going to respect the correction. I was thinking maybe about drawing wider channel like this because when I expect new high for this main channel, I can draw secondary channel a little bit wider because this align with the main bias. But I need failed second entry short above EMA, which is not happening. You're back below, count reset, you broke this low. You're still below EMA, so I can't really take nothing here. I'm just being patient. You can see market is correcting significantly. So now I'm just going to be really patient because I expect new high for this uptrend. I just need to see clean decisive spike above EMA as a sign that the buyers are about to test the new high. Because of the overshoot, I simply don't know how deep the pullback is going to be. Okay, so I'm not really looking for reasons to take any trade. Just gonna redraw down to working lower, something like this. Clean decisive push above EMA. Okay, so this is where I'm starting to pay more attention, thinking about long entries, but we're back above EMA. Excuse me, back below. So this is area where I have to set my hands. It's too conflicting. You cannot go short. At the same time, you cannot go long. You can see we're going very sideways. EMA in all these bars. This is very bad area. I can redraw another channel, something like this. I have a new high, first entry long, pullback second entry long. You have failed second entry short, new low, first entry short, second entry short failure. Well, it's a little bit messy and the signal bar is very weak. I mean, this is a bad signal bar and also the count is not clear. It looks like clean two-legged pullback, visual one, but technical one, not so easy. I don't think I can take it. That was my break, but it worked in hindsight perfectly. I'm trying to find the reasons to justify it, but problem is when you're watching this live, you know, such a weak bar, not flat EMA, this entire area not as convincing. Now, you're going too sideways. This is a good sign that you're about to test the new high because there's no reversal. When the structure is too sideways like this bottoming pattern, you're about to roll over into new high. It's just gonna take some time here. Okay, I was looking to draw some secondary channel wider because main trend needs new high, something like this. Gonna draw the correction. Okay. I'm thinking about failed second entry short, mini second entry long, but I don't get it. Okay, now I'm thinking about high low above EMA, but I don't get it. I have a high low here, but it's so far from the EMA. Okay, so you can see how long it is taking to test the new high, but you're still going higher. That's the main thing. You're still going higher. You're still making higher highs and higher lows, and this uptrend still needs new high tested. So I was also trying to use price action to maybe look for something like this. It only works if I'm gonna cut this corner here a little bit, but this is really weak. Can we get something good? We actually have failed second entry short here. This is not as bad. New low, first entry short, second entry short failure. I actually like this trade, failed second entry short. You're buying a little bit at the top of the move. Okay, we had similar example not too long ago. You're buying a little bit at the top of the move. There is no really significant pullback, but it's a decent trade enough. I'm gonna mark it. We are mainly scalpers. Okay, work for significant scalp, market corrected. And then you have only first entry long, but this feels like the real visual second entry short failure. It's off the trend line. Again, it's above EMA. This is a decent trade to consider because the trend line is holding. Market keeps trending higher, no entry here. I have to redraw the downtrend. I was getting way too late. Market is about to close. And you can see market try to test the new high and still is attempting. So this is overall structure for today. If I'm gonna zoom out, we basically traded to the upside for the majority of the day. There's a nice high low here, a long area without trades because overshoot is generating stronger pullback. You're just waiting eventually for market to push higher, but it pushed higher under such a weak uptrend here that it's very hard to find a lot of good easy trades. So slim pickings today. Honestly, this is the best trade what we like, such a clean trade, but it happened a little bit before open. You don't actually have to start trading exactly around the open. You can start trading like hour and a half before the regular New York session and still have decent price action. This is how I used to trade back in the day. These days I try to come around the open because I don't want to be in such a rush. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. Hopefully you had a good trading day and I'm gonna talk to you next time. Good luck your trading.